Apes live in Africa and Asia. Apes do not have tails. Apes can use both hands and feet for picking up things. Apes are covered with coarse black, brown, or reddish hair, except on their hands, feet, and faces. Their main foods are fruits and vegetables. Apes mainly live in tropical forests.
Ape reads A, A, A. A reads A, A, A.
The aging ape was out of shape because he ate and ate and ate.
Aging Ape. Just one more bite, said Aging Ape. I'll stop when I've eaten one more bite. Now those around knew Aging Ape had eaten quite a few bites already. They had watched his shape change, week by week. 1 pound here, another pound there. Aging Ape was sadly out of shape. Still, when he ate, he always took the biggest piece. Just one more bite, he'd say. A week passed. When Aging Ape sat down in his chair one day, it broke. My, he said, I didn't realize it weighed that much. He pulled up a stool, sat on it carefully, and said, Please pass the cake. Would you believe that when the plate was passed, he again took the biggest piece? Look at Aging Ape, said his friends. He's getting out of shape. One day, Aging Ape's friend brought a big plate of bananas. Have one, his friend said. Just one, said all the little apes. They knew how much Aging Ape liked food. There's a big one, said Aging Ape, reaching for the one near him. Then he saw one that looked bigger. No, I believe I'll take that one, he said. Just as he touched it, he saw one underneath that seemed even bigger. No, I'll take this one, he exclaimed. Aging Ape, said the host, your manners just aren't too good. Don't you know you should take the first piece you touch? And you should take the one nearest you, said the little ape. Aging Ape looked embarrassed, but he kept on chewing. The next day, when Aging Ape started into the dining room, a surprise awaited him. He was so out of shape, he couldn't get in the door. Hey, I can't get in. What shall I do? I'll starve to death, cried Aging Ape. We'll pass you the plate, said the little apes, but you'll have to promise not to take the biggest serving. Aging Ape looked hurt. I wouldn't do that, he said. You know it's not polite. It's not polite, but you do it all the time, Aging Ape. That's why you're so out of shape. Aging Ape couldn't believe his ears. Do you mean, he said, that I eat like a pig? Well, no, said the apes. Not really. The pigs we know have pretty good manners. They do? Yes, they never take the biggest piece. Do they take the piece nearest them that's on the plate? Always, said the little apes. Do they take the first piece they touch? Asked Aging Ape. Without fail, said the little apes. I am only one. Aging Ape was almost crying now. With such bad manners? Well, said the littlest ape, everyone makes a mistake once in a while. That's how you got out of shape, said another. You ate and ate and ate. Aging Ape looked sad, but he had learned his lesson. I must remember to learn and use good manners, and then I will get back in shape. 3 rules I must remember are 1. Take the piece nearest me on the plate. 2. Touch only one piece I take. 3. Don't take the biggest piece. Who were aging apes' friends? That's right. They were little apes. What fruit was served to aging ape? That's right. Bananas. Did aging ape use good table manners? No, he didn't. What embarrassing thing happened to aging ape because he ate too much? That's right. He couldn't fit through the door. Which piece of food should we take? The biggest? The closest? The one nearest to us. That's right. How many pieces should we touch? That's right. Only touch the piece that you will take. How many pieces should we take? That's right. We only take one piece. Consider it. To think how others feel about things. It is easy for us to be selfish because we have something in us that makes us want to have our own way. We are tempted to want the biggest piece or the best seat. Yet, it pleases God when we are thoughtful of others and their feelings. Learn this verse and remember what we have learned today about not choosing the best for ourselves. Consider it. Philippians 2:4. Look every man also on the things of others. Philippians 2:4. Repeat with me. Philippians 2:4. Look every man also on the things of others. Philippians 2:4. Look every man also on the things of others. Philippians 2:4. Sometimes it is so easy to be greedy. Our story today told about an ape that was selfish and greedy. He thought only of himself. Our memory verse tells us to think about how we act. If we do that, we won't be greedy about always getting the most or best for ourselves. In the Holy Bible, we read a story about a good man named Abram. He had many sheep and cattle. He lived in a tent. One day, God called him to leave his home country and go to another country that God would show him. Abraham didn't even know exactly where the new country was, but Abram obeyed God. God blessed Abram for his obedience, and God trusted him with many cattle and sheep. Abram took with him his nephew Lot. He treated Lot just as he would have treated his son, because Abraham had no children of his own yet. When Lot grew up, he had his own herds and flocks and servants to take care of them. One day, the men who kept Lot's herds and flocks got into an argument with the men who kept Abram's sheep and cattle. "We were here first. Now you go and find another place for your sheep," a shepherd may have said. "I will not," the other might have said. "These sheep belong to Abram. He is the greatest man in this whole area, and his sheep deserve the best grass. You can't make me move them." Soon everyone was arguing, and Abram could see that there would be no peace until the herds were moved far enough apart that the herdsmen would not argue and quarrel. Abram looked at the land, thought carefully, and decided to give Lot a choice. "Lot, one of us will have to move away. We're having too much trouble with our shepherds. I will give you first choice. If you would like to move down into the plains, you may choose that, and I will stay here in the hills. Or if you would like to stay here, I will find another place for my herds." Lot thought for a moment. He looked around him. He looked to the west. That land was all right, but somewhat hilly. He looked to the east. What a beautiful land it was, stretching down to the Jordan River. How fat and good his cattle could become on the lush grass of that plain. Perhaps he thought he should leave that good land for Uncle Abram. Abram had offered it to Lot. Surely it was right to choose it. Lot may have decided he better choose it quickly before Uncle Abram changed his mind. We can imagine that the conversation may have gone something like this. I think I'd like the land in the east, Lot said quickly. It looks like good land. Fine, said Uncle Abram. I'll move my herdsmen and flocks to the west. Are you sure that's all right? Lot asked. Yes, it is. I want you to have what you like best, and my family and herds will be fine on the western side. Lot did move down to the plain of the Jordan River, near the great cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Abram stayed and prospered in the land to the west. God blessed Abram because he followed God, and he blessed Abram because Abram was generous and kind. Abram was willing for Lot to have the best land. He did not think of himself first, and he did not choose the best for himself. Listen as I tell you the name of each picture. Can you hear the long A sound as I say the word? Cake, paint, rain, rake, lake. Now listen to this riddle. I am good to eat. Your mother bakes me in the oven. I taste good with ice cream. What am I? Look at the pictures. Think to yourself, which picture answers the riddle? That's right, cake. Now listen to this riddle. I will make your house look like new. I can be many colors. What am I? That's right, paint. I fall from the sky. God sends me to cool the earth. What am I? That's right, rain. I will help clean up leaves. You must move me to make me work. What am I? That's right, a rake. I am made of dirt, but I hold water. I am very big and deep. What am I? That's right, a lake. Listen to these rhymes and think of a word to complete the rhyme. My mom and I like to bake. Today I think we'll make a. Did you say cake? Cake would finish the rhyme. Come along with me and we'll go skate. Hurry now, don't be. Did you say late? Late rhymes with skate. Through the long tunnel roars the train, trying to hide from the wet falling. Did you say rain? Rain and train rhyme. The ape yelled in a terrible rage, trying to break out of his. Did you say cage? Cage and rage rhyme. Davy likes to run a race. If he ran fast, he won first place. Did you say place? Race and place rhyme.